Welcome to the Ray Hyclak Show.
Let the big dog eat!
It's gonna be one of those shows. Yes, the gold standard of podcasting has returned late, but I'm here dealing with a fruit fly problem. The Shire is in hell. Crazy bitches wishing violence on people, saying that we should be scared. Jennifer Welch is her name, and my internet is slow, and I have nobody to blame. I am right here. I'm looking at my router as we speak, kids. It's going to be a kind of a short show. Didn't really have enough time to kind of get everything together. Nobody's fault but mine, to be honest. Nobody's fault but mine. Absolutely. Had a great time, though, with host of the mental ward for Abraham drinking Jimmy Ward. A bunch of us did the Cove nightclub in Geneva on the Lake, Ohio. It's basically it's a party town, and if you've never been to the Cove in Geneva, it's a fun place. A lot of rock bands, a lot of big time. Wow, my camera sucks right now. Holy crap, dude! Is this what it's gonna be like all show? Oh. All right. Yeah, next time I'm just going to turn my laptop off and then let it load everything. I can't move. Why is this so slow right now? Is my question. What is going on? We're going to fix this in real time. Fuck it, man. I don't know what's going on. I'm kind of annoyed by this whole thing. All right, waiting on settings. I'll check for updates. Because my computer shouldn't be slow. I just bought this fucking thing. A month ago? 2 months ago? Yeah, a month ago. It's like 2 months ago. I just bought this laptop. And it's doing this. Like, it's because is it because I have too much shit on screen? Is that why? We'll just take some shit off. I'm going to leave Derek Moneyberg challenge up there. And we're just going to start deleting some stuff. See if that helps. Today is just it's been a weird day. Spent the entire day on my my Twitch channel at Scally Bandit watching or playing video games all day. I mean, it's all I've been doing besides stand up, and that was pretty fun. But I've been playing video games all day. I contemplated logging in to Abraham Drinkin's YouTube channel and just playing the podcast that way and then uploading it later while playing the Fortnite Simpsons crossover that's going on right now, which I'm having fun with. I think it's a good thing. Nobody really knows at this point what Fortnite is, I think. as soon as Donald Mustard kind of went away, the vision of Fortnite is kind of been lost. I joined the game 2 years ago, 3 years ago now. It was after my DUI. I had nothing better to do in an X-Bone 1. So I was immediately gonna go and play video games and live stream. You can go check that out at Scally Bandit on Twitch. If you're interested, go check me out there. But yeah, I love the Fortnite crossover with the Simpsons. I am old enough to say I had a VHS tape that my dad made for the first, I think it was 3 or 4 seasons of the Simpsons. We had hours of tapes that my dad put into a VHS player, kids. A VHS player that was probably front loaded. Okay. You know how you put a disc in sometimes? Not anymore, really, but you used to. That was a VHS. So I had VHS copies of the first like couple seasons of The Simpsons. So this crossover was definitely something I wanted to happen. We kind of got a Family Guy one, but we didn't really get Quahog. I would have been happy with that, but I mean, to go an entire season in these live service streaming free games where you pay for a battle pass, which I did already. I already unlocked Ned Flanders. I'm on my way to stupid sexy Flanders. I want that skin more than I want anything else in the world. But yeah, so it's kind of cool. You get to the best part about this crossover to me isn't even like going into Springfield and causing chaos as whoever you want to be, really. The thing I love about this crossover the most are the memes that can happen from it. The references people can do with characters. The skins are dope. You got Marge. Bard's pay. You have to pay for Bard and also pay for the track for the Simpsons track, the theme song. It's like I think it's like $8 or it's like $8 or $9, but it still sucks because you're just like, dude, I want to unlock Bart. He's in a mech suit. Him and Morty are the only ones in Fortnite history to have like that kind of like mech suity look to them. And I was hoping he would be a part of the battle pass, and he wasn't. I'm like, God damn it, dude. Why? Why are you doing this to us, Epic Games? You already take a bunch of our money every single month or every couple months for new battle pass skins. The least you could have done was given us that Simpsons track. The least. Like Bart would have paid for himself by Christmas, and when Fortnite Christmas came in, I mean, that's you're looking at one of your biggest crossovers ever. And granted, yeah, you have some really cool ones. The fish stick character is a bit shitty. It's just like a 3-eyed fish. I'm gonna wait. I don't know why it's skipping, but it's skipping tonight. So we're gonna have to work on that in the future now, aren't we, children? All right. But no, yeah, the season's fun. The places you usually end up are like Burns's mansion because it's huge and it's got like a big maze. So they probably program that a lot into the storms. I haven't died to a storm yet in this crossover. Supposedly, it rains donuts in the Simpsons season, which is kind of cool. The weapons are okay. There's not a lot of real variety. There's some that always are OP no matter what you're gonna do with those in battle royale. But when you find them, you know you're gonna get some elims right off the rip. So it's got a good balance to it still. Fortnite's fun. Been playing a lot of fucking Skate. That one's another one that I'm obsessed with at this point. Just completely obsessed with Skate. You can go see the videos I've posted on Instagram at Scally Bandit as well. Scally Bandit because I just thought Bandit, and then I wear Scally caps, so it's the perfect thing. Mr. Steal Your High Score. Scally Bandit is my thing on there, and yeah, it's. If you're not into like Fortnite, or you're not into like, the thing that caught me the most to make me feel like, yeah, I want to get this is The Simpsons. I was talking to somebody at the comedy show at the Cove today about Fortnite, and they play Minecraft, and Minecraft is okay if you have autism, but besides that, it's really not it doesn't seem like a fun game. Like, just Fortnite, at least you can pew people and get some elims and feel accomplished. Building things in Minecraft, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying there aren't exceptions to the rule in Minecraft. I have watched Minecraft videos that blow my mind at how little sex they're having to build these amazing, like, underground builds with electrical sockets. I've watched people build fucking computers in this game. It's a wild, fun game. I just don't get it. I prefer, a little bit of violence mixed with some cutesy stuff and some cartoonishness to it. Because if it's just super realistic, like that one game, oh god, the body cam game, body cam. I'm not a fan of body cam. Don't like that kind of stuff. If it's like aliens and it's really graphic and gory and they're bleeding like fucking blue or whatever, I'm fine with that. I'm cool with that, dude. Like, let's play that game all day. But like super gory graphic where it's like, get real in, and don't be like, well, do you like Mortal Kombat? Yeah. But you see, again, it goes into that fantasy aspect because people are having their spines ripped out of their chest by dudes named Scorpion. But if it's all of a sudden, what was that? What's that one game? Ready or Not, I think it is. Ready or Not. There it is. Ready or Not video game. There it is. Yeah. This game just freaks me out. I'm gonna play a video of this. Short gameplay clip. Here we are. Realistic house raid gameplay highlights. There we are. It's like also the most infamous one always to me when it comes to super gory and graphic, and really made me feel uncomfortable while I was playing it, was the no Russian mission in Call of Duty. I gotta bring this over a little bit. Shout out to Tragic Gaming. He has some highlights of himself playing this. I'm gonna bring this on screen. Actually, I'm gonna square this. There we are. Perfect. All right. I don't have a guy, so this is a bit on the fly here, kids. All right, share my screen. Have it set up right here. All right. Like this is just, to me, this is unappealing because it's too real.
Moving up.
Hands up, do it now.
Cheered and ready for trailers.
Police, hands
Don't
up.
make this ugly. Push your targets.
Copy, this one secure. Trailers incoming.
Yeah, I mean, this is like super realistic. Doesn't look realistic, but like the scenarios are super realistic. Like, I don't want to deal with those kind of things. Like, it's really cool. Don't get me wrong. Like, you can go in peacefully. You can do all the flashbang stuff that SWAT teams do, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I mean, you look at a game like this, man. It's badass, but like, at what cost does your mental like acuity go? It's super. Like, you go into these really messed up scenarios, and you're just like, now I'm good. Oh man, yeah. Though I've been. Ooh, what the hell, dude? Okay, we need to fix this stuff. Fix that. Happens when you hit your vape live on screen, guys. All right, let's bring this in. I feel like that would be fine. Cool. Yeah. All right. That works for the future. Let's go back to this. Oh, boy. Share the show out. We're going to about 10 o'clock. Started a little late, but really didn't have much to talk about. The show at the Cove tonight was awesome. Great show. Blake Stelnecker was the closer for the evening, so it was a small but mighty crowd, and they enjoyed the show a lot, and always enjoy Wardy's Laugh Factory. Shout out, by the way, to the best bought team in baseball, the LA Dodgers, with one of the largest payrolls in baseball, managed, oh my God, to win 2 championships in a row. Oh, so weird what happens when you spend money. It's like you spent it to buy one of the greatest players of all time who can play both positions, or both fielder and also pitcher in Shohei Ohtani. And you know, the gang that he's with. And then fucking you brought in a bunch of other people to build this super team, and hats off to LA. I'm glad it's not New York anymore. I'm tired of the fucking Yankees winning it all the goddamn time. Like, it seemed for a while that it was the fucking Yankees league, and everybody else was just fucking playing in it. And it kind of ruined baseball, because you give these guys multi-million-dollar contracts and then other teams can't compete. So fuck George Steinbrenner from the grave, that piece of shit. Anyway, I'm a Pirates fan, so it's not gonna be a good off season. I have zero expectations for next year. I'm just gonna go to a couple games. They're coming to Cleveland next year, so I can go to a game here without driving to see them, and then I'll probably go to a game in Pittsburgh next year. But especially after the wild season the Pirates have had on a PR level, it's kind of hard to defend shitbag owners like Bob Nutting. And like justify multiple times a year going to that park, though beautiful it is and the skyline is amazing. It is hard to justify myself going to see a Pittsburgh Pirates game in Pittsburgh for any amount of money when they have been this bad for this long. I'm lucky that I have T-Mobile and I can watch MLB TV and not have to pay for it to watch the Pirates be so garbage year and year on end. It's fucking stunning. I don't know what anymore the Pirates have to do outside of changing the logo, changing the name of the fucking team, and burning PNC Park and building something after a fucking shaman ritual on the ashes. No other ideas. Bob Nutting won't listen to anybody. He won't get guys who can produce offense. He won't get guys in O'Neal Cruz who won't produce an offense or defense, who just let balls go through his fucking glove because he didn't want to be out in field. fuck you, dude. You're not a fucking star. You play for the Pittsburgh Pirates, O'Neal. O'Neal Cruz, you shouldn't be bitching, and you should thank God every day you have a contract in Major League Baseball, because unlike the Pirates, I know a lot of MLB franchises that you do the bullshit you did this year where you're just like, you're fucking Dorn from fucking Major League, dude. Like, you're not a good baseball player. You can bomb the ball. Don't get me wrong. O'Neal Cruz has power. He just doesn't want to field because he thinks he's a fucking star. And I'm glad they tossed him down to the minors later in the season, but it was too little too fucking late. Next year, he should start in the fucking minors and get some fucking respect for the goddamn game. Speaking of fucking respect, too, I need to address this. I saw a reel recently of a sports pundit talking about Paul Skenes and the fact that he really hasn't been a problem in the Pirates organization verbally or anything like that. He hasn't been a Barry Bonds type of character who would fight with the manager and management and really kind of like say he's a fucking star. Well, Paul Skenes, I'm going to tell you something. I'm a Pirates fan. I've been a Pirates fan for almost 30 years. 1997 was my first Pittsburgh Pirates game. So that I go off of that year. I've almost been a Pirates fan for 30 fucking years. Be a fucking problem. Show Bob Nutting. Get about 3 other guys to tell their fucking agents, hey, I want out of this shitbag fucking franchise. I like Pittsburgh, and no, I'm not saying Pittsburgh is a shit bag place. I am talking about the Pirates franchise. Get me out of this shitbag franchise so I can go win a World Series like Paul Skenes deserves. Like, if he had bats behind him in this fucking team, we would be world champions right now. They'd be saying Shohei who, or at least Shohei Ohtani and Paul Skenes can have a good little thing. I'm trying to get into this, and then the internet just goes like this. What the fuck, man? It's whatever. Yeah, I feel bad. He's one of the only baseball players in the world I feel truly bad for, because he is the best fucking pitcher in Major League Baseball, bar none. Nobody is better than him outside of a dude named Shohei. Name me one. Paul Skenes, look at Paul Skenes' record and all the teams that were in the playoffs. Who beat them? One mustachioed, sexy man. Thank you, Jimmy. Appreciate it. Jimmy Ward. Go check out the Mental Ward here on this channel as well if you're watching on Facebook on the Abraham Drinking. Same thing with YouTube. Go check out the Mental Ward with us. He puts on a great show at the Cove nightclub as well. And I love Jimmy Ward. He's the best. It's a great place for me to do stand up out there. But thank you, Jimmy. And but still, getting back to Paul Skenes, man. I knew, and I called this when he got drafted. When people started talking about Paul Skenes and how he may transform the Pirates franchise into this juggernaut of a team with one spark of his ball into his catcher's glove. A lot of people were saying that. A lot of Pirates fans were doing, a lot of pundits in Pittsburgh were talking about Paul Skenes getting this opportunity to be a great in Major League Baseball. And I'm going to tell you something. Is in the realm of Paul Skenes, man. Paul Skenes, in his long, illustrious Major League Baseball career that he is about to have. He hasn't done it yet. I'll tell you why. Because he hasn't been on a winning team. He will leave Pittsburgh. He will leave us. He will leave the Pittsburgh Pirates behind and go somewhere where his talents can be appreciated. He has bats behind him that will produce constant runs. There was a stat, I forget what it was, but the Pirates basically had a winning record when they scored 2 or more runs. 2 or more runs. And if they would have had some defense behind it, they'd be in the playoffs right now because of that mustachioed sexy man, Paul Skenes. Paul Skenes is going to be the future of an MLB franchise. It's not going to be Pittsburgh. If I was Paul Skenes, I'd be on the phone with my manager right now, my agent, anybody that would listen. Say, hey, I love Permane Brothers. I love what they've done to the South, to the Strip District with with all the entertainment stuff that they have. I absolutely love St. Stanislawski's pierogi sale on a Sunday. Love it. But fuck my owner and fuck them. Get me the fuck out of here. We need to get me out of this fucking franchise. He's got to be waking up, even though he's got a hot ass wife, and is a winner. Paul Skenes is a fucking winner. And he's part of a franchise filled and fraught with losers. Myself included as a fan. Like you look at the Pirates franchise, you look at how they're completely lost in the woods on every single piece, down to the HR shit from this year. It's not a good look, Bob. It's not a good look. It's not a great time to be a Pirates fan because we have you, Bob. And it's one of those things, man. The Pirates are the Browns of goddamn. And by the way, the Browns, remember, they always lose on bye weeks. Just want you guys to know. So the Browns lost today. Even though they were off, it still counts as a loss towards their record. So congratulations, Cleveland. But the Pirates fan base is, and I'm one of them. I have a tattoo on this shoulder right here. This shoulder possesses a Pirate P with 1887. That's when they joined Major League Baseball. And it's one of those franchises that has a history deeper than a lot of other franchises in Major League Baseball. And you would think the owner would have a slight clue. Where's Bob Nutting from? I would love to know where Bob Nutting is from originally. Bob Nutting, hometown. There it is. Bob Nutting. He's from Wheeling, West Virginia. This is West Virginia's. This has got to be West Virginia's like revenge for all the years of losing in the backyard brawl, right? Like, and it also proves people from West Virginia can't run a lot. Except for a good welfare office. People in West Virginia don't know how to run shit. The coal miners and all that shit. But having fucking Bob Nutting, knowing this dude's from Wheeling pisses me off even more. Like, he is so far from Pittsburgh. Like, if it would have been fucking Weirton outside of Burgettstown, wouldn't have had a problem. But Bob Nutting just, and you're probably asking, like, what's the PR bullshit that they did this year? And I will bring up this. All right, Bucko bricks. Let's bring up the Bucko bricks. Bucko bricks fiasco. Oh my god. This was the quintessential Pittsburgh Pirates moment. For the franchise, because this was a moment that I could not believe what I had saw. And you know what, dude? I'll turn that off. Fine. We'll pause for that. Apparently you can't have a pop-up blocker on the news site. And just continue. Fuck them. Let's go. I get you. Get off my screen, dog. Like, what are we doing here? Pause on this site. Thank you. Jesus Christ. This is why I need a fucking second guy. All right. An independent investigation into the ongoing saga surrounding the Bucko bricks. This is from May, by the way. PNC Park and the Pittsburgh Pirates found the team was given options for saving commemorative bricks, but chose instead to get rid of them. The Pittsburgh Sports and Exhibition Authority released its findings Thursday, saying in a part in back to the fans, but the team declined. Rather than being treated as constructionably careful steps were taken to protect or project funds or taken and project funds. Okay, and project funds. I can't read. Were expended to salvage the preserve the Bucko bricks, either for installation for return to them. Pirates rejected both. A team spokesman admitted that a course of action was flat out wrong. Yeah, dickhead. It just guy like him, a guy like Bob Nutting, a guy like that hires just dog shit human beings, like just trash people. At least like with this Fenway, the Fenway Sports that owns the Penguins, we may not have been to the playoffs in the last couple of years, but you don't hear about the Mario Lemieux mural at PPG Paints Arena being ripped down. And I, by the way, would be one of the first people to burn that building down if they did that, because my dad's on that fucking mural, dog. Oh. I don't know why it's like that tonight. Whatever. We'll just turn off the laptop after it's done. Maybe I'm just too animated. I don't know. I got a lot to say. All right. Let's bring this up real quick, and then this is what I'm gonna end on. Conserve the heel. All righty. Well, we go from one shitbag in Bob Nutting to another shitbag. When we have, you hear this every once in a while when in a conversation, usually somebody who's losing the conversation will say, whoop, can't hear myself. What? Oh boy, there we are. Do. Make sure I'm back in the place where I need it to be. You'll usually hear this by douchebags in debates where you say something and then all of a sudden you're called out on it, and you make a despicable saying, and then you double down. I don't know how people do that. I really don't. And especially after somebody, one, is dead from the situation that we're talking about. Obviously, Charlie Kirk. But when you have a basically Delta, when you have Delta Burke basically from Designing Women, talking about there will be more of this. You should be afraid. And she said this about Democrats too, which is the scariest part about all of this. Wow, what is this? Was this just taken down? I think the video? Oh, no, never mind. Let's go over a little bit. Load that. Hold on. So this is why we. Let's see if there's a video for it. Jennifer Welch. I'm just seeing blast Democrat leaders. Christopher Guess. Why she hopes Charlie Kirk found God. What? 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 I'm so confused. Okay, that's dumb. Yeah, let's see if I can find this Jennifer Welch comments. They're not really bringing any of it, any video here. It looks like they just don't want to show it. That's the problem with a lot of like liberal leaning and left leaning outlets is they don't want to show the video and don't really want to talk about it. They just want to be like, oh, this happened. Like there's never any kind of actual what's the word I'm looking for? Doesn't expect a lot of that's a why is there a video of Jennifer, and she does look like Jennifer Coolidge actually. But this broad, an interior designer, mind you, like she doesn't have a political science degree. She doesn't have any kind of understanding outside of which swatch you want to have on your wall in your executive office. This woman makes millions of dollars a year, or at least before this podcast, and currently with this podcast. I'm not going to call it's right there. You can read it. I'm not going to name the name of the podcast. You can read it. It's there in the article. I'm not going to say it because she's a disgusting human being. I mean, no amount of plastic surgery, darling, is ever gonna make you anywhere near the beautiful person you think you are at all. Like it's insane. Like, and the stuff she said about Usha Vance, the second lady, gross. Like, you're fucking gross. You have no idea what you're fucking talking about. And it's kind of ridiculous that like this woman is this woman is actually allowed to have followers. It shows really creepily why she has it too. I can't what did you do? I don't like that. Why'd that happen? Why is Jennifer Coolidge on my fucking screen? See, this is why I need a second person. Yeah. And Jennifer Welch and Riley Gaines, you're insufferable. Blah. Nobody likes you, and no matter what, you will always have been the dumb bitch that tied for 5th place. By the way, Leigh Thomas did win a championship, and I think it was the women's 4x100 relay. So yeah, fuck you cunt. You probably never even fucking did a sport a day in your life, and if you did, it was cross country, and you thought you were impressive. Shut up. The only place you can get a job is bottom feeder Fox Network. You insufferable blah. Nobody likes you except for, and it's disgusting. This bitch keeps going. Like it makes no sense. If I were to say who's more Christ-like, I would pick AOC. You're ridiculous, and you're a bitter woman, by the way. You just hate on people. I see a lot of hate in that Botox injected face with the filler cheeks that are right there, and then a little bit more injections to make sure you don't have forehead wrinkles. You narcissist. You absolute narcissist. To think you are entitled to have a political opinion when you are a interior designer. I am not out here saying that I have an opinion to a political position at all. The only thing I'm allowed to say, to be honest with you, is a lot of Section 8, because a lot of Section 8 shit does go nasty, and that should be abolished. Without a doubt, Section 8 should be abolished. But, it happens. You're better than they are. No, you are acting better than anybody else in this room because, I have this. She's just getting angry about all this stuff, dude. And for her, and this is just a laundry list of shit that she has said, and she is talking about calls to violence, where the Democrats that don't go along with the program. By the way, what's the program, baby? What's the program? What's the program that you want to put me and the rest of the normal Democrats in, to where you feel like we are sufficiently allowed to be back in society? And what gives you the right to be able to think that? Little Miss Interior Design. You want to look at feng shui of the room. It's people like you who are disabling the feng shui of society, and you need to be, just to be honest, shamed. I don't want anything bad to happen to Jennifer Welch ever. It's, if there's ever any kind of thing, I don't like her. I think she's a cunt. I think she's a bitch. I think, she's all, whatever negative connotation this woman has, to just come out and say you're going to get shot with conservatives is mind-blowing, that people like this are allowed to have an audience and platform for no reason whatsoever. No reason. And here's the thing. She's rich. She is a rich white lady. She's a rich white, telling younglings with lives, younglings with futures and potentials. Women like her are asking these kids to get to have jail time. I'll wait. Are we back? All right. To commit crimes, jail time if they get caught. Jennifer, what are you gonna do if these poor kids get caught? Nothing. Like the good white liberal woman that you are. Like the good-hearted white liberal that you are. And to be honest with you, again, no amount of Botox is ever going to really make you a good person on the inside. You read what she says about people, and you're just like, this is a sadistic human being. Like, that's the kind of woman who throws phones at her assistants because the coffee was cold. I see women like this, and I have seen women like this in my service industry jobs. You see this so sweet and good demeanor, and then all of a sudden they look up at you, and that's when they lock the evil into you, and that's not a good thing. Women like her should not be platformed at all. At all. She's allowed to be platformed in this country because of a lot of the things she purports to hate. And for her to just come out and blatantly lie about a lot of people and a lot of stuff in politics, when again, she was hanging up curtains in Van Nuys 3 years ago, and it was on Bravo. You were on Bravo, bitch. Shut your fucking face. Sit down and keep out of the lower classes business. That's a problem with a lot of rich fucking people in general, is that you get a few of them that just have a wild hair up their ass to feel like they're going to help people less fortunate than them. Fuck you. Help your fucking self. And if you fucking want to create some jobs, do that. Help build the economy, not tear it the fuck down. You know, just trying to be this anti-government, anti this and that. And it's not the 60s anymore, dude. We have the internet. We have the internet. We have the ability to see what is bullshit and what is fucking true within almost, with the exception of some highly classified government secrets. This country allows you to do so much more. Why would you want to tear it down? Is it because you've made your money and you don't want anybody else to get to your level because there's an ego problem, Jennifer Welch? I think there is. I think there's an ego problem because you're in a bubble. Jennifer, you're in a bubble. You know those places you design, those interiors you design? Guys like me walk around those interiors, go, oh, that's nice, and spray fucking pesticide. Sorry. I don't know what to tell you, dude. I don't get where like the rich white woman decided one day. You don't get this with POC generational wealth. You don't get this with any new money POC. It's always white women. No matter what. And they blame everybody else for their mental illness. And then when you all of a sudden start to really call them out, it's character assassination for almost every certain people who have done it. And Jennifer Welch, I hope you see this, and I hope it gets you happy to see somebody talking about you, and then to tell you there is no amount, absolutely no amount of Botox, charity work, altruism that you think you can give the world. Jennifer, I want you to know that it'll never fix the interior because you project to the exterior. All right, kids, I'm heading to fucking bed. It's been a long ass day. Follow me on social media. I'm gonna play the music right now. Follow me on social media. We do this every Sunday. Abraham drinking. This is the Ray Hyclak show. And I'm going to make a plea to every single person watching this show. I want you to share this out. I want you to seek out this show on a regular basis. Turn those notifications on. Share the show with everyone you know. And I want you to think about it when you're having a bad day, when you're just down in the dumps and everything seems to suck. The one thing you can truly think, boys and girls, is everybody gets bugs. Thank you very much. Have a great night, everyone. Bye-bye.